Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed about the various services and schemes provided by the post office. So now in today's video we are going to discuss about a new topic, that is godown, or in other words, other word we also can be used, that is warehouse. So after production, every product cannot be immediately sold or consumed, and hence storage becomes essential. So after the productions of products, all the products are not sold immediately or cannot be consumed immediately. So for the storage of that products becomes very important. So godown is necessary for preserving the perishable goods. Some goods have only seasonal demand, but its production takes place throughout the year. Such goods are stored in godown, and when there is a demand, it will be supplied from godown. On many occasions, materials are essential to be stored for production, for inventory management as part of commerce, and godown service is essential. So, in a godown, or we can say in a warehouse, is very important for the store of perishable goods. And you all know that some goods have only seasonal demand. For example, umbrella is demanded in the season of monsoon. It is not demanded in the season of summer and winter. So some goods have only seasonal demand, but its production takes place throughout the year. So such goods are stored in godown, and when there is a demand, it will be supplied from godown. So the meaning of godown or warehouse is godown is such a service where product is stored. Means godown is like service where the product is stored. While storing the product, the quality of the product is preserved so that minimum changes occurs in the quality. This is the main objective. Godown creates time utility for product. Means like products are stored in godown, and whenever that product is demanded, it is made available immediately. So we can say that godown creates time utility for product, because it can make available that product anytime when it is demanded. So there are types of godown. So mainly there are 3 types of godown, that is ownership perspective, payment of custom duty perspective, and usefulness perspective. So under ownership perspective, it can be of 2 types of godown. Under ownership perspective, it includes private godown and public godown. Under payment of custom duty perspective, godown such as custom duty paid godown and bonded godown. Customs duty is not paid in bonded godown. And in useful perspective, there are 2 types of godown: general godown and the special godown. So let's discuss the types of godown in detail. So the first is types of godown from the ownership perspective, that is private godown. Private godown means any trader or manufacturer who owns a godown for storage of his goods according to his requirement is known as private godown or private warehouse. So private godown is like whenever manufacturer or trader has its own godown to store the products according to his requirement, that is known as private warehouse. Whereas public godown means the godown which is owned not for storing goods but for own business. The godown which is owned not for storing goods for own business but but for but for the public use is known as public godown. So public godown is not like used for his own business of godown, like to store the product, but it is used for the public use. It is known as public godown. Such godowns are owned by the private individual or by an institution. Businessmen and others use these godowns and they pay rent and bear other expenses. Public godowns are situated near railway station, port and airport. Today, public warehouses have developed as an independent profession. Today, public godowns have become an independent profession. They guarantee product storage, maintenance and protection. Public godowns provide receipts for the products which have been accepted by them for storage. The receipts are transferable, and so while the product is in public godown, there can be purchase and sale of such products can happen. So public godown is not for a private use, but rather it is used by a public. And for the use of this public godown, rent has to be paid and other expenses has to be bear by the person whoever is using these public godowns. Now the second type is classification of godowns from the perspective of customs duty. In that, the first one is godowns for product whose custom duty is paid. Means the storage of product whose custom duty is paid. So imported goods for which import duty has been paid, but there is no immediate availability of transport facilities to transport them to their destination. They are stored in public godowns near seaport, airports and border areas. Such godowns are known as godowns for product whose custom duty is paid. So the imported goods for which everyone has to pay duty on imported goods, but there is no transportation immediately availability to transport them to their destination, the imported goods. So they are stored in a public godowns near seaport, airports and border areas. Such godowns are known as godowns for product whose custom duty is paid. Second is bonded godown. Bonded godown means customs duty will have to be paid on import. If such goods for which customs duty has not been paid and are stored in the godown, those godowns are known as bonded godowns. Such godowns are located near places of imports like ports, borders of country, etc. The importer wants to re-export the product. These godowns facilitate by way of classification and repacking. The basic nature of the product is not be changed. Such godowns are a blessings for re-exporting. So bonded godowns are godowns, you all know that custom duty has to be paid on imports. So until the custom duty has not been paid on imports, until that the imported goods are stored in the godown. So those godowns until which the custom duty is not paid, then stored the goods will be stored in a godown, then those godowns are known as bonded godowns. And such godowns are also used for the re-exporting of products. Now the third type is godowns based on the usefulness perspective. In that, the first one is general godowns. In this, those goods for which no special care or specific maintenance or treatment is required, and when such goods are stored in godowns, such godowns are known as general godowns. All products of different shapes, weight, volume, nature are stored in such godowns, which are widespread. So in general godowns, those goods for which no special care or such specific maintenance is not required, then those type of goods are stored in a general godown, and all the product of different shape, weight, volume, nature can be stored in such godowns. Next, the second is specific godowns. Specific godowns means those products which require special care, treatment and maintenance, and godowns which store such products are known as specific godowns. Such specific godowns become important for products like explosives, crackers, poisonous chemicals, cooking gas, petrol, etc. because all these products require special care and maintenance, so they are stored in a specific godowns. Some poisonous chemicals for perishable items like fruits, milk, vegetable, etc. cold storage is necessary. For perishable items means the products which get which can bagdi jai. Perishable items like fruits, milks, vegetables and etc. because these products can spoil very easily. So for that cold storage is very necessary. These godowns are expensive. Different laws are to be followed for safety purpose. So the products which require special care, treatment and maintenance, then those products are stored in a specific godowns. So these were the types of godowns. So so in today's video we are going to stop here. In the next video we would be continuing with the next topic, that is transportation services. That is the last topic for the chapter 2. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.